everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Natalie Pepito and I am doing another video about CNN. Dude, like what is going on with CNN? Another one bites the dust. And this time, it's not just pedophiles. This time it is the CEO of CNN. What's his name? Jeff Zucker himself. He is the CEO, the head of CNN, and after 9 years in the company, he has resigned. And the reason that they're giving is because he had an inappropriate relationship with a colleague. And this colleague is Allison Gullust, and she is CNN's executive vice president. Scandalous! But I don't know. I see kind of, I feel like something's fishy. There are two consenting adults. They're not pedophiles, at least not that I know of. They're not perverts, not that I know of. They're two consenting adults. They're both divorced. So why on earth would this warrant Jeff Zucker having to be fired from CNN? Well, let's delve into this a little bit. I'm getting my news source from, don't laugh, but the New York Times. New York Times wrote an article about the firing of Jeff Zucker, and there's some quotes in there, so I'm going to use it. Anyway, Zucker's statement about his resigning. I was asked about a consensual relationship with my closest colleague, someone I have worked with for more than 20 years, Mr. Zucker wrote. I acknowledge the relationship evolved in recent years. I was required to disclose it when it began, but I didn't. I was wrong. Now, Allison Gullust's statement is, Jeff and I have been close friends and professional partners for over 20 years. Ms. Gullust wrote, recently, our relationship changed during COVID. I regret that we didn't disclose it at the right time. All right, again, so you're telling me that two divorced people had an affair warrants resigning from CNN? Like a pretty cushy job. Do you believe that this is the reason why he resigned? And he has two very powerful positions, actually. He is also leaving his role of Warner Media's chairman of news and sports over an affair. And they're not even married. They're both divorced. Found out some things, and these are all allegedly, right? It's my opinion. I'm stating my opinion. I'm just giving you what I have been reading in the news and reading articles and things like that, and they all seem to be written the same. However, it's a great cover story. Something bigger is going on. Tinfoil Hat Girl is predicting this. I've been right a lot of times, and this is going to be another time. So right now we have two pedophiles that have been fired from CNN or suspended, and they are pedophiles. The FBI raided their homes and everything. CNN just gives me material. I mean, I'm not trying to look for material for CNN, but it just finds me. Word on the street. Word on the street is Chris Cuomo is freaking pissed that he got fired from CNN. He is pissed. Now, remember, Chris Cuomo got fired because he was covering up the story of Andrew Cuomo being a sexual predator, which is a fact. DA, of course, in New York, decided not to press charges against Andrew Cuomo, but he resigned as governor. I mean, what does that tell you? He's a perv. So, pervert governor. Chris's little brother, Fredo, decided to cover up for Andrew Cuomo and cover up the story and not report it like a reporter's supposed to do, you know, because the media, they're all a bunch of puppets, and the puppet masters control what they say and do. And he was covering for his brother. And then, to top that off, someone came forward and said that Chris Cuomo allegedly sexually harassed this person. That is alleged. Chris Cuomo is vehemently denying it, but this is the reason why CNN fired him. But he's pissed because they didn't give him a severance package and they didn't honor the rest of his contract. So they basically kicked him to the curb and said, F you, you're gone. No severance, no nothing. So Chris is mad. Cuomo's legal team decided to throw a bombshell of their own and implicate Zucker in his inappropriate relationship with Allison. So Chris allegedly is the one that spilled the beans through his lawyers. And then CNN, I don't even know like how they got wind of it or what happened. But according to the New York Times, like I said, Allison has a history. Oh, get this. According to the New York Times, this is why it's fishy. They say, oh, we just started our relationship with when COVID started. They've known each other for quite a long time, for about 20 years, which Allison did say. She worked for former Governor Cuomo when he was governor back in 2012 and 2013 as his communication director. So she worked with Governor Cuomo before then. And then also Chris Cuomo's legal team sent a letter asking that email messages be preserved between Zucker, Gullist, which is Allison, Chris Cuomo, and Chris Cuomo's staff. That sounds like a grandma request, doesn't it? It's kind of like a local, like Freedom of Information Act, but locally. Like I've requested grandma requests for like my local health department and the school district and things like that, and they have to produce these emails. So Chris has lawyers involved, and so his lawyers sent an email to their staff or their lawyers and said, we want all the email communications between Zucker, Golis, Cuomo, and his staff. So something's going on, because why is Zucker resigning? Things that make you go, I don't know. Now, CNN anchor, she just kind of put in her 2 cents. Her name is Allison as well. Camerota echoes what I'm kind of thinking, because I think something's fishy going on around here. And I quote, this is what she said. I just think it's so regrettable how it happened. If you're reporting what is true, these are 2 consenting adults who are both executives. That they can't have a private relationship feels wrong. Camerota said this while addressing CNN media reporter Brian Stelter, Mr. Potato Head. Ugh. I'm going to have a clip of him.
The Chris Cuomo reference. Cuomo was fired in December, and he is not going out quietly. He was fired, and there were reports that he wasn't going to get paid the millions of dollars that were going to be on the remainder of his contract. So as a source said to me earlier today, he was trying to burn the place down. He was going to court trying to burn the place down and claiming that he had incriminating information about Zucker and Gullist. So if that's the case, if this is a domino effect that begins with Andrew Cuomo going down the governor's office, and then Chris Cuomo being fired from CNN, and then Jeff Zucker losing his job at CNN, that is a remarkable domino effect, a chain of events. I think that is part of the story.
I love this meme. And it came from Pepe Deluxe. I got to give him street cred. His memes are the best. Thank you, Pepe. Hope you don't mind I used your clip, but that was so funny. Anyway, see, Mr. Potato Head told you what I just told you. There you go. Anyway, I could give 2 shits like what happened to Zucker. I don't care if it's justified or not, because CNN is the most disgusting, despicable, corrupt news station. To me, in my opinion, they are responsible for killing hundreds and thousands of people due to their brainwashing and their propaganda, because they don't report the news. It's more propaganda than actual news. I think they might throw in the truth here and there, but mostly when it came to the moronic variant and all the other variants, I can't say the word really, the past 2 years, it's been pure propaganda and lies. that have killed people, in my opinion. He resigned, and they are just saying it because he had a relationship with a colleague. My ass. Lastly, this is a short video. Don't you love how CNN is imploding before our very eyes? Don't you love it? I love it. I am gleeful because so many people in my circle, or used to be in my circle, would quote CNN, give me articles of CNN saying how I'm a conspiracy theorist and all these ridiculous things where, I don't know, 2 years later, who's right? Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, that is the latest development on CNN. Oh, and did you know that they are launching a new streaming service, which cracks me up because their viewership has plummeted. Actually, the fake news viewership in general has plummeted. Only 29% in a recent poll, only 29% of Americans even believe the fake news anymore. And we know why, because it's fake. We have to get our news elsewhere because they are so full of shit and that they just lie. And you guys know it. We all know it. They lie about everything. So that is what's going on with CNN, and stay tuned for another episode. I don't know if it's going to be CNN related, but probably not. I'm going to probably do a Biden reaction video because those are just too much fun to film. If you like my content, like and subscribe to this channel. It's Natalie Pepito. I don't know what I'm going to name it. It's new, and I'm just getting started here, and I love it. It's a lot of fun to film and to edit and upload. So if you like it, subscribe, please.